Today, I'm going to take a look at the Wandering Archaeologist on the Loverfella server, who I'm told is selling some amazing looking placeable items, and even some mysterious potions we're going to try out later in this video. So the Wandering Archaeologist is located right in the middle of /warp crates. Then you literally just have to right click him and it will open up the GUI where you can buy these items. There are a total of 14 items you can buy from the Archaeologist, 10 of which are placeable items and 4 that are potions that I can't wait to test out later on. If you want to buy with money rather than lbux, all you have to do is click on the nether star at the top of the screen and that will switch it over to money, and then obviously click the green die to switch back to lbux. But money is going to be a lot cheaper overall, because if you want to get every single placeable item, it's either going to cost you $300,000 or 1,155 lbux, which is super overpriced. I would just stick with cash again, because with those lbux you could probably get at least $1.4 million. Then if you want to get all 4 of the potions, it's going to either cost you $57,000 or 145 lbux. Again, just stick with cash, but depending on what these potions actually do, they might not even be worth getting. Before I test out and see what the 4 potions actually do, we're going to take a closer look at these placeable items in some replay shots, and then sort of just tell you guys the price up in the top left hand corner and my personal opinion on them, if you should get them or how they could be used in a build. Starting off with the Philosopher's Stone, I really love how this looks, but I don't see it being used in many ways. Just because it's a red rock, there's not many other red things in the game that would match with this other than redstone. I would have loved if there was like multiple color gems, because maybe you could have used that in a way, but there just being this one red doesn't seem like it's going to be much help. Then we have the Mermaid Tears in a bottle. I can see this being a lot more helpful than the Philosopher's Stone, just because it can be placed down on a table as something to drink, sort of fit into the display of like a table or a kitchen. But I do really love the blue color on the inside. It's nice and light, and I think it came out really nice. After that, we have the Dusty Book Pile. So this is definitely one of my favorite out of this entire crate, just because of how the books look so realistic. And they're actually a pretty good size. Again, if you were to put those on a desk, say in like a workspace area or something in a bedroom, this would look really nice as a part of your build. And then staying on the theme of books, we're going to look at Merlin's Spellbook. So I don't see this being too good in builds, just because it looks a little bit more magical than like rustic and ancient. So I'd probably never use this in a build unless it was put in a temple as something sort of holy. It just doesn't seem to fit in with like a normal basic build. After that, we have the Cauldron of Dagba, and I think it looks really cool, but again, I don't see it fitting into many builds that well. Just maybe it would fit into some sort of like witch's castle or something like that. But again, it does look really nice, so if you can find a spot for this, definitely let me know in the comments, because I would love to use this in one of my builds. The Hanging Dried Herbs, I don't really see much of a use for, and I think is super overpriced for $35,000, because when you actually place it down, it doesn't even look that good. I guess it could be used on sort of like a beach house, pretending it's sort of like drying fish or something, but again, I wouldn't probably use this for anything. I can't even think of a use for it. So after that, we have the Genie Lamp, and I love that they added this, because I think it could be a really cool item just to have laying around in your house or in like a trophy case, because it's literally a trophy in some ways. I would have liked it a lot more if the smoke coming out of it wasn't just like one solid block, but sort of like faded up, sort of like fire particles or something. That would have been really nice rather than this like solid block coming out of it. I don't know, that kind of just made it not one of my top 3. But speaking of top 3, my favorite one out of this entire crate is the potion shelf, just because if you can use that in like a glowing item frame or something, it's gonna look so magical and amazing. I can see this being used in a kitchen build or something like that as sort of like a spice rack. So our second to last placeable item in this crate is the olive wreath. I don't like it, to be honest. You know, it's very blocky and it's flat against the wall. I don't know, it's just not that well. Also, it doesn't really seem too ancient. In a way, it's ancient, but I wish it was a little bit more 3D to sort of simulate olive wreaths rather than just this flat thing on the wall. It's almost like a painting. And then the final placeable item, which is actually my second favorite in this NPC, is the Father Time Hourglass. And I love the animation of sort of the gravel falling down from the side. I can again see this being used in sort of like an office working area or something like that, just to sort of just simulate a clock. And I really love that it has like the gold bottom and top. I think it came out perfectly. But now that we've taken a look at every single placeable item in this crate, we're going to take a look at the 4 potions, which technically are also placeable items, so I'll be showing what they look like on screen a little bit better. But the more important thing about them is what they actually do. So there are 4 potions. The first one is the pomegranate juice. Let's drink this up. It's like a milk bucket. And what did it give us? It didn't give me anything. Okay then. After that, we're gonna try the water from the Fountain of Youth. We'll see what this does. Again, it was nothing. Okay. And then our second to last one is the fairy dust in a bottle. This one honestly looks really nice. I can see it being used as something on a table as a drink. Let's try it out. No effect. I think there's something broken here. But anyways, our last one is the Inchor. I don't really know how to pronounce this. Looks pretty nice. Was the one I was most looking forward to testing because it seems like it's going to be some magical potion of some sort. So let's try it out, and no effect. I'm going to have to do some research on this because I feel like they should have an effect of some sort. They are supposed to be potions, I believe. So after doing some extensive research, aka asking Ayana on Discord, I have found out that the potions should have an effect, but they are disabled right now because of lag problems. You know, if you guys have been on the server lately, there is a lot of lag. So she's not sure if they're ever going to be coming back or if they're ever going to be re-enabled, but hopefully we are able to find out what they do. And if I do find that out, I will leave it down in the comments below just because I love documenting every single update that happens on the server. I think it's really fun, and that's the whole point of this channel in the end of the day. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this little breakdown on the Wandering Archaeologist. And if you want to see me build what I used for the background of showing off these items, I will have a link in the description to a top secret video showing you guys a little time lapse of the build process that went into making that build. But yeah, without further ado, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Consider leaving a like, and like always, have a great day.